Hello YouTube. As ever, it's been far too long since the last video and I apologise for that. But I did figure out I ought to try and get one in before the end of 2025. I was just looking back over what's been happening on this Two Turnout layout, and I think I started it probably just over a year ago. So this has obviously been the layout for 2025 for me. Really still enjoying the scenics, quite pleased with how things have turned out. I have been doing a little bit less of late as regards any kind of tweaking because I've pretty much done most of it. And I haven't really done a lot in the way of operating or playing with my trains on it, to be honest with you. And a couple of reasons for that, and I think that's the way of things. Things tend to sort of ebb and flow, don't they, as regards hobby time. I've been playing with my toy soldiers and my other hobby, and real life gets in the way, doesn't it? All that boring other stuff that we have to get on with. But I have been having a little bit of a think about what to do next. And two things really I want to share. I think one is that the layout itself. I'm of a mind to move on to the next thing. Perhaps the Two Turnout has run its course. It was a really interesting experiment. It's been good fun to operate. But I've got a couple of other itches I need to scratch, and this is the kind of space that I need to do that. So I think it's likely that I might be taking this down and starting to build the next one. What I don't want to do is what I did with Greenville, which is where I took the layout down and then did nothing for ages because I was indecisive about what to do next. And I really regretted having taken the layout down. So I think I want to be really clear about what my plan is for the next layout before I do that. So there might be one or two other operating sessions before that happens. The other thing really is just that I mentioned about the connection of my short line railroad to the Illinois Central Gulf Railroad, and I've picked up one or two locos to sort of supplement the one that I'd already shared on this channel before, and they're mostly sort of proto 2K old models, nice sort of detailed bodies and so on, but come with a lot of issues. So they're definitely all projects, and it's going to take quite a while to work through those. So I think that's something that even if this layout comes down and I start to do something completely different, that'll be something that'll be going on in the background, trying to get those up to a decent sort of running level and so on. I'll show you those now. So this on the right, 2508, is the original Athern loco that I'd shared in a previous video, sort of adding DCC and sound to. A friend of mine was at a train show and picked this up really cheaply actually. I think it was about 25 quid from a dealer, and it turns out it's again a proto body. I think there's probably just a couple of things like the horns and stuff need sorting on it, but the body's pretty sound. I don't know yet whether that one's got split gears, but I'm guessing it probably has, and obviously would need a bit of an overhaul to get DCC ready. And then I've got two GP9s. This is one of them, and the other one is an undecorated version. So for this one, I did a bit of research and I did find that 9368 ran up into the mid-80s looking pretty much like this in the old black livery, but basically with the green diamond scratched out and ICG stenciled on the body. So that'd be quite an easy conversion. Again, really nice models, these old proto GP9s, but I've replaced all of the axles on this one with replacement wheels because all the axles were split, re-greased everything. I've put a decoder buddy and a new decoder in that, and I'm just having some challenges with getting the LED lighting to work, and also some interesting squeaking noises, so that's an ongoing project. And then, as I say, I've got an undecorated version, which I think what I might do is do the grey and orange scheme, because I've got decals for that as well, and I think that might make a nice addition. So in time I'll have at least 4 ICG locos that I'll be able to run on a future layout, probably not on the Two Turnout. So that's it really, not a great deal else to say at the moment. Thank you for all your comments and likes and your interest generally in what I've been sharing out on YouTube intermittently, I know. Always really interesting to keep watching what everybody else is doing as well. like I say, I might run another operating session and just share that, but ultimately this might be the last we see of the Two Turnout layout, at least in this guise. And thanks for coming along on the journey. So again, Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, whatever it is you celebrate, and I'll see you in 2026. Cheers.